Somebody asked me, how does someone become a registered nurse in America or in Canada? And I'm going to explain this to everybody who's watching me on this channel. There are two types of nurses in these countries. Number one is the famous one, the registered nurse. Number two, the licensed practical nurse. Number three, there is also caregivers. Sometimes people mistake them like nurses, but they are not nurses. They are just caregivers. So for you to become a registered nurse, you need 4 years in the university. And for you to become a licensed practical nurse, you need to do 2.5 years in a college or in any academic setting regulated by the government. And let's talk about the process, the procedures you have to do to get to where you want to be. There are two types of people. Some people have no nursing background. And let me address this particular group in the first place. You migrated to Canada, you came to America, and you're looking for jobs, but jobs are nowhere to be seen. And you're seeing nursing is on demand, and you are questioning yourself, can I do it? Can I manage it? A lot of people make a mistake. They don't do enough research. They think they will go back from scratch and do their high school diploma, then get into college and then finish up. If you have a 4-year degree back in your country and you passed it, and when I mean pass it, like you passed it very, very well, you don't have to go back and do that kind of high school. All you need to do is you need to contact an organization called World Education Service. And this organization does not speak to your cousin or to your brother or to your mama or to your papa, a big no. They directly deal with your school. So you have to send your credentials to World Education Service through your school, your professor, your dean, whoever. They will have records of you studying in that university. They will have records of you studying in that school. So that school, and it has to be regulated by your government in your country, that school will send your credentials to World Education Service. And then I think it's going to be another video when I'll come back and explain and break down how World Education Service works. So World Education Service will send your credentials to the schools you want to go to. Am I clear on that? Now, that is the person who has no background in nursing. They are starting from, they just want to change career, switch career. Then there are those who came here. They don't have any education in nursing, and they never attended a university. For you, you have to start from scratch. You have to go to high school and get your high school diploma and make sure you pass your sciences. Then apply. When you're applying in big cities, the competition is very high. That means you have to score very, very high in your sciences. If you go to a smaller city, yes, you have more chances to get in. And there are those, another category, who are caregivers. These people, they look after patients, they look after seniors, and they don't have a nursing degree, but they are working in the health sector. For you, some schools offer the bridging program. Yes. For example, if you went to a government school and that's where you got your caregiving certificate, they'll offer a 8 to 6 week bridging program for you to get into the program of the licensed practical nursing. You can do it in the evening, you can do it part-time, depending on your schedule and depending how you are hustling with life. If you have family, you have job, you need to balance it. It may take you longer. Some schools they offer, they make it simple for you. Instead of taking 2 years or 4 years, you may even go up to 5 years or 6 years, as long as you know what you're doing and you keep your eyes to the distant horizon. And let me speak to any immigrant or everybody who have been watching the news in recent time. There is a rise of nationalism in all the G7 countries. Talk about England, talk about Australia, talk about America, talk about Canada, everywhere. You see that they are tightening immigration rules and regulations. They are making it extremely difficult for anyone to come here. So I will encourage you to study in your home country. Yeah, take your time, study in your home country, get that special skill. Because if you have the skill of nursing, my friend, these people need you more than you need them. Even the people who are making the rules very difficult for you, once you have that skill, they have a process, they have a procedure. Once you become a registered nurse, you have to do an NCLEX examination, whether in Canada or in America. It is a must. So it doesn't matter if you study from China, if you study from South Africa, if you study in Kazakhstan. I don't know if I mentioned the country right, because nursing is a universal skill. It doesn't matter. The heart doesn't change. The human body doesn't change. Anatomy doesn't change. It is the same. The hospitals in China are not different of the hospitals in Santa Monica, California. No, they are the same. So it is a universal skill. Once you have that skill, the same very people who are kicking you out, they will let you in. So why would you want to come in America or in Canada and study nursing, spending a lot of money? Study from your country, get that skill, and jump on the plane. The process can be tedious. Yes, it can frustrate. But once you have that skill, you have it. And every country will open up, no matter what, as long as you are on top of your game. Yeah, that is the process. And at the end, because you have to register with every province have a body. Here they have the National Nursing Assessment Service. You cannot practice nursing unless you go through them. So get your license from your home country and go to the school that is recognized by the government. Then use the World Education Service to send your credentials to National Nursing Assessment Service. Then you get on the plane, boom, you come here and you make the money. The money is much, but the job is not for the weak. It requires for you to think outside the box. You have to be able to solve problems. And you're not solving problems of computers that you're going to shut them down. No, you are dealing with human lives. And you have to save them. Because that's what you learn when you go in a nursing school. And everything is possible. There is a famous book, and I think I had this book from Steve Jobs. He used to say, stay foolish, but stay angry. Maybe in the next video, I'll break that down for you. Stay foolish and stay angry. In other words, make sure you get those skills. In other words, stay humble. That's what it meant. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in the next video. And if you watched up to now, do me a favor, subscribe and share the video with whoever wanna hear this. Respect. I'll see you next.